Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, we're able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start today's morning show. So we're beginning with waiting Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney is one of the football pundits that works with TalkSport. He's a regular on that show. Now, Deeney gonna make this an accusation I go call him. I don't know what I won't call him. Say Arsenal stars no really trust Victor Gyokeres. That's why they no like to pass ball to him. This is the new agenda now. TalkSport exclusive. Victor Gyokeres is struggling because his Arsenal teammates don't trust him. He's not passed to for a reason. As I see the headline, I click the story. Victor Gyokeres is struggling. Okay, I can say, okay, make I enter the story, make I see what they really talk about. Victor Gyokeres spell at Arsenal starting striker will be over once Kai Havertz returns. So in the even re-echo the talking points of Jamie Carragher. Yes, so that's the view of Watford the skipper Troy Deeney, who believes the 27-year-old will never hit the heights expected of him at the Emirates Stadium. Now, when you read the entirety of the report, it's a very annoying report. The report will say you will vex. So he can talk, say, why is it that the players know the pastoral? Is it that the players don't see him making those runs? But it is intentional. So they know just one pastoral. When I see this thing, I was about to be triggered. I can say, well, now Troy Deeney, so what do you expect? Get people like Troy Deeney, people like William Gallant, get Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville. They intentionally put out like rage baits content so that when you read I go vex, so when you view I'm go vex. Now, what thing I will talk to say, it should be common sense that Arsenal are changing their style of play. The way Arsenal they play with Kai Havertz is quite different from the way we are playing with Victor Gyokeres. So, and me wey talk say I give the guy 10 games to acclimatize, so blend in with what they do. Am I stupid? Because you don't need any babalawo to tell you, say, Arsenal are changing their game to be more direct. The players are not used to that kind of play. They're used to taking their time, again, building. But now, based on saying they want to change, it is going to be quite difficult. Apart from that, Odegaard was injured. When Odegaard already did game says, we never really put in creative. Look at the first 3 games we play. We saw the Gyokeres against Leeds. He had so much ball, he touch ball, he collaborates. Why? Because the level of the opposition not be as high compared to Manchester United at Old Trafford. That game, even if one with the complete spark, with the struggle there. Because that match, they always get historical relevance in terms of the banter level and rivalry. You don't get geographical rivalry with them, just like we get Tottenham Hotspur. But that match is always significant whenever we go there. We usually 9 out of 10 times we struggle there. That's why that one, they go say, okay, yes, the guy that not really touch ball, we get not just him. Saka had a bad game, like they dominated us. So nobody isolates Gyokeres say, okay, now Gyokeres is for that. No, not general. Look at the match against Liverpool at Anfield. When was the last time we beat somebody there? We beat Liverpool. When was the last time we did it? So in that match, our approach was a bit conservative. Now we don't want really a too cool body. Even if people go their home, not too cool body. You go fit count how many times Gyokeres left touch ball, just like you count how many times Salah, Ekitike, Koligapo, how many times they let self touch ball. So you no go use those 3 games as your basis to call the judge. Give him more games so that we go see how far. So these talking points. I know the funny thing, the Arsenal fans go still they go subscribe to this line of thought. Say, not true. Maybe they don't trust him. Maybe they don't like him. That's why they don't want to give him ball, make him score. But that's not the case, from my belief. I just believe say they try to learn how to play with him. Just like himself will try to learn how to play with the Arsenal player, because it's a two-way street. As the Arsenal creative players, they try to understand in runs, you get. Himself will try to understand their own positional play. So now so it will be. Now, we'll just come up for that one. Talking about today's game. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium. Now early kickoff. That's why the record issue around 9:30. Yes. So now early kickoff. So this match is a match that Arsenal must win. Now, we'll go through the head-to-head. When you look at the last 5 times we played Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium, so we beat them all 5. But some 19 kokoro, you get. But in recent times, last season they chopped 3-0, and 2023 and 24 season, and the season before that, they still chopped 2-1. Season before that one too, they chopped 5-0. But this time around, they are coming here without some of their players, although Chris Wood still did there. Now, when you go to the Arsenal website, Arsenal probably drop some facts and statistics about this encounter. They are giving us historical data. Now, when you look at it, they say we have won our last 6 home games against Nottingham Forest by an aggregate score of 19-2. We are unbeaten in 14 games on home soil against them since a 3-1 defeat back in 1989. That was the last time they beat us. Nottingham Forest have won just 2 out of their 16 matches against Arsenal. Both wins came at the City Ground in 1996-97 and 2022-23. Now, among current Premier League sides, only Fulham, 12, are on the longer run without a clean sheet than Forest. You get. So that's why normal they concede. It will be West Ham knock them 3-0. I mean, somebody beats them mercilessly for their previous games. You get. So 2 of the 3 sides to make the most high intensity pressures in the final third this season are Nottingham Forest and ourselves. Yeah, so they are a very attacking side. They are very good. Gyokeres 76 second and Chris Wood 72 third. Also in the top 3 among players for that metric. The Koko will say this match was sweet, and so then they bring in new player, new coach. So we never know the approach. In fact, when I come on this picture first, they were asking Ateta in the press conference, based on say Nottingham Forest now they come with a new manager. What do you go expect? How you go to know the approach where Anje Postecoglou will use? Is he going to use the previous system when they play 4-2-3-1, or is he going to come with his highlight? I think that say for now, make it no lie. Nobody will tell you, say, see what Nottingham Forest will do. But if the match don't start, we just need 5 minutes to see their plan, to see what they want carry come. Are they coming to play counter-attacking football, hit us on the break and score? Are they coming to attack us the way we want to attack them, make anybody want win? Are they going to play them behind the ball? We go see them in the first 5 minutes. That's why I go see our assistant, they will carry their monitor, they observe now all these little details. Then they look for. So I say, this one, I can't attack the one play we get. So that because we don't get any record we can look at. Based on say, now Sheshede manager, he just be. Now, continuing on the Arsenal statistics, they say following his brace against Leeds, Gyokeres could become just the 3rd player to score in each of his first 2 Premier League home appearances for us, after Maran Shamak in 2010 and as I said in 2017. Now, Chris Wood has made more Premier League appearances without scoring at Anfield, 8 appearances, Etihad 7 appearances, than he has at the Emirates Stadium. Chris Wood don't play for the Emirates Stadium 6 times, he no score Shingbaka. So we dey pray say that trend will continue. No be just Chris Wood. Morgan Gibbs-White, maybe the creator-in-chief, has made more Premier League appearances, 8, without registering a single goal or assist against us than he has against any other side. Because we just said the last time we played there, 3-0 beats them. Either one he scored for that goal. So many things we talk about. But on the positive note, me I will talk say this match we need to start well. So we start early, start well at the Emirates Stadium, firing on all cylinders. Baba, we're supposed to beat them, but we're not going to underrate them yet. But we have everything it takes. And another thing I want to see today, Iberichi is on the left. I want to see that experimentation. I want to see it. But we'll see how it will be. You get. But will Ateta be bold enough to take that step? I don't really know. You get. But we just watch because we are playing at the Emirates Stadium. But we'll see how it will unfold at the end of the day. Now, away from that. Now, because Ateta say he believes Liverpool now get the strongest team in the Premier League right now, and he can't give a reason. He said Liverpool bought 2 of the strongest players, the most decisive players that were in Europe in the markets. They bought Ekitike and they bought Alexander Isak. These are players that can be very, very decisive in games. You get. So for him, they have the strongest squad on paper. Yes, but we said we'll do our homework and see how we'll take a second, navigate through all those ones. Now, Manchester United, they are in talks to play a series of midweek friendlies in order to fill the gaping void left by the lack of European football. So matches could be played in front of paying crowds, like in the UAE. I never seen this kind of EPL. They'll say based on say they're not going to play every 3 days, but the manager won't make them they used to that type of intensity. So they fit play some friendly games and they go play for the Old Trafford. They will say crowd go come watch, they can generate revenue. Well, we'll see how that one self go. Yeah, because I not just know how it will be. Now the Arsenal women they continue on their winning starts. Yes, so they don't beat West Ham 5-1. Yes, so are they happy for them? They are trying to break the monopoly of Chelsea after they beat the London Lioness. They come beat this one 5-1. Arsenal women they play. I just pray say this season will be their season because what I no lie for you, easy. Yes. Now we come to hear say Eberechi actually spent hours watching videos online when to become a better player. So he really they watch Ronaldinho. Yes. Eberechi is hoping to set the Emirates alight with Arsenal. Eberechi's entertaining brand of football is inspired by Brazilian icon Ronaldinho. So the new Arsenal signing admitted he spent hours watching video of the trickster. Now, speaking for Crystal Palace in 2021, he said, we'd come in from school and whatever we were doing, go to the computer and just type in Ronaldinho. Any video we saw, whether it was him playing football or doing whatever, we just watched it. There's probably no video you could show us that we had not seen before. Even now, I type in Ronaldinho and still watch it. That's how much of an impact it's had in me. It wasn't just Ronaldinho, the dynamism that inspired Eze to entertain. However, he later admitted that if they watch one other Arsenal player, and who is that? Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry was number one. Henry and Ronaldinho. They were the two on YouTube you were watching. Eze stated. So speaking to sign up. See me, I just really happy for the guy. You're going to talk about in playing style. You say it's easy to lose sight of, especially with the type of player I am. Why I'm doing what I'm doing. Eze was telling BBC Sports before the FA Cup final. Why do I run with the ball? Why do I try things? Why am I creative? Why do I do things that maybe players don't think to do? The reason is for the people who are watching. Is that you are doing to people in the stands and how you can get people off their feet is what you're doing to them. That's what football is all about. It feels like football is starting to shift. We hope I cannot to read everything. But Baba does say he loves to entertain. Yes. So those entertainments now we would like to see today. Once time against Nottingham Forest, make him play plenty minutes. Maybe the first 70 minutes, then bring in Martinelli later. Yes. We could not relegate Eberechi into 20 minutes cameo appearances of 15 minutes. We want to see that relationship. Whether you can build that with Gyokeres. And I don't think there's ever been a time we played with two creative outlets. Imagine a game you are playing and you have Odegaard, creator-in-chief, with Eberechi, another creator-in-chief, two of them in the same game to unlock the defense or the opposition. Baba, when was the last time we saw something like that? Now, what thing I want to see, you get? So we could do that experiment, whether it will work, because nobody knows whether it will work or not. But I have high hopes that it will work. Now, let's do the message for one of our sponsors. So, Mobi Wealth Associates and Co. Limited, they're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekenwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, let me refer to Troy Deeney, will be football pundits. They talk say Arsenal stars don't really trust Gyokeres. That's why they know the pastoral. So make an ask like I usually have. This subscribe to that line of thought because it's a ridiculous line of thoughts. But let me know your own thoughts in the comment section as we wait to open the studios later today at 12:10 p.m. Nigerian time for the match against Arsenal and Nottingham Forest at the Emirates Stadium. See you there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the show. And get out. All right, guys. Bye-bye.